Hi, this is Cameron back again with another Vinyl Finds video. This one should be number 46. And I have about 29 albums to show this time, so it's quite a mega haul for me. I picked these up not at the thrift shops, but at the local bargain bins of different record stores. And they were all $1 or $2 each. To start off with, an upgrade of Amazing Blondel's Inspiration. I got it in shrink wrap. It's in beautiful shape. They are a English progressive folk rock band, and this album came out in 1975. I'm hoping that the lighting is decent here. This is a dark and dingy place where I store my records. My listening room is up in the attic. So it's basically out of the living space of everybody else in the family. So that's where I've been relegated to, but I enjoy it. Okay, second, the Atlanta Rhythm Section Underdog album, which is a U.S. Southern rock album from 1979 with Do It or Die and Spooky. Again in shrink wrap. Band out of Australia that were known as the Models there, but in Canada they were known as the Australian Models. Out of Mind, Out of Sight. This album came out in 1985, and it's, as I said, Australian rock. Band that's more pop. They'd won the Eurovision contest in 1981. Bucks Fizz. They're a UK pop band, and this album came out in 1982. This is from the Raspberries, Eric Carmen, Boats Against the Current. This album came out in 1977. It's great power pop. And then a follow-up album from 1980 by Eric Carmen. It's just called Tonight You're Mine. Shrink wrap on this one. The other one was also in shrink wrap, but it had a sticker on it saying that it was a reissue. But of course, it wasn't really a reissue. They just put the sticker on top of the shrink wrap saying that it was now at a lower price. Okay, next up, from 1965, some U.S. rock, Lightning Strikes by Lou Christie. I got another copy, but this time sealed, of City Boys' Young Men Gone West. I really love this band a lot. This album came out in 1977. They're a great UK progressive rock band. I think that they're under-recognized because they're to me, they're such good quality. Another one of my favorite artists that I missed going to see at a fair about 35 years ago when he was just getting out of alcohol rehabilitation, and I blew it. I didn't go, even though it was basically a free concert, because none of my friends wanted to go. So that's What happens when you're young and you're foolish and you don't go to see your favorite artist because nobody else is going. So, anyways, Joe Cocker, Civilized Man. This album came out in 1984, UK rock. Great soulful voice. Of course, everybody knows that. This next album, I was trying to figure out who it was until I looked on the label. And this is The Four Seasons, The Genuine Imitation Life Gazette from 1969. Now, most of these albums I haven't had a chance to listen to yet. I just picked up the vast majority last night and this morning. Okay, some good US rock with a bit of a garage influence, now moving more into a country rock style. This is the Fabulous Rhinestones, Freewheelin' from 1973. So they had their roots in the Buckingham's and Illinois Speed Press. These are some great finds for $1 each. John Fred and his Playboy Band, Agnes English, which is a upgrade copy for me. This came out in 1967. Features Judee in Disguise. And then a later album from 1968, Permanently Stated. Great folk artist from the U.S. Steve Goodman. This is another upgrade copy for me. Jesse's Jig and Other Favorites from 1975 in shrink wrap. And one I didn't have before, High and Outside from 1979. Band called Johnny and the Distractions, which is some US rock from 1981. Never heard of it before. So some of these albums I picked up solely on the basis that they looked promising and they were in great condition for $1. Here's one I have no idea about. A band called Kick, and their album's called Mal, so bad. They're a French band from France, 1984. This is an EP. If anybody knows something about that band, I'd be interested in hearing about it. Some gypsy music from Hungary by a band led by Sandor Lakatos or Lakatos. A Prima Soc Primasa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. This is probably from Guadeloupe. It's some French Caribbean music by Gérard Lavigny. L'Ambassadeur des Antilles, Begin, Toujours Begin. No date on this one or on the Hungarian album. Couldn't track them down. Well, I found them on Discogs, but there was no date given. This is also an upgrade. Little River Band, First Under the Wire. This album came out in 1979, Australia. This was a free album I got tossed in. If you spend $5, you get a free album for every $5. Holly Near and Ronnie Gilbert, Lifeline, which is some U.S. folk. Ronnie Gilbert had been part of the with Pete Seeger and Lee Hayes. She'd been part of the folk band. Now my brain's just gone blank. Anyways, that's all right. I had a chance to see Holly Near and Ronnie Gilbert at the Vancouver Folk Fest around 1991, as well as the Winnipeg Folk Fest around the same era. And they basically do social justice kinds of songs. This album came out in 1983. Okay, Hazel O'Connor, Breaking Glass. She's some UK rock from 1980. Don't know anything about her. I think that she's sort of a new wave artist. Henry Paul Band, which is supposed to be Southern rock. This album's called Grey Ghost. It came out in 1979 from the U.S. Some good U.S. R&B. Lou Rawls, Carrying On, from 1966. Really nice copy of Paul Revere and the Raiders, The Spirit of 67. I can't tell you how many trash copies I've seen over the years, but to find a nice one for $2, I was happy. So this came out in 1967, some U.S. Sort of garage pop. Canadian artist that I just know a little bit about, called Roadhouse, 1973 on Double M Records. 1972. They have a song actually called Manitoba, which is the name of my province. Supposed to be out of Vancouver, so maybe Fat City Vinyl has heard a little bit more about them. Out of UK, singer-songwriter Leo Sayer, Here, just Here, from 1979, I believe. Yeah, 79. This was sealed for $1. And an album also by Leo Sayer in 1982 called World Radio. This also was sealed. And also $1. Band I'd never heard of. It's supposed to be power pop from 1980 out of the US. The Scooters, Young Girls. Excuse me. Now, this was the find of the bunch and probably my favorite album of the whole year. It's not in as good a shape as the others, but for $1 I got Judee Sill, her first album from 1971, which is the first album on Asylum Records. And to me, It's a masterpiece. It's just mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. It's life-changing. It's really all those things. I've heard other people rave about it. I know she was rediscovered in the 90s and 2000s. Just stunning vocals. It reminds me a little bit of a few other singer-songwriters that are the top-notch ones, and she's just up there. I had to order a CD of her first 2 albums with bonus cuts last night after listening to this. I listened to it 4 times. I didn't listen to any other new album I got because this one just blew me away. It's not too often that I hear an artist for the first time and I'm just completely shaken, and that's what happened here. That'll be on my listening pile for quite a long time. Another sealed album, some UK rock and roll, Shakin' Stevens. It's an anthology, You Drive Me Crazy, from 1981. And then finally some folk rock from Jesse Colin Young, who'd earlier been part of the Youngbloods, The Perfect Stranger, from 1982. So as I said, these were all $1 or $2 each. I think I did really, really, really well. Picked up a lot of interesting albums over the past 2 weeks. And as I said, the top of all of them was Judee Sill. Okay, please leave your comments below, and please subscribe. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.